Hey everyone, we're back with another live stream, and in this one we're going through cinematic prompting. Specifically, we're going to be going through the differences between version 6 and version 6.1. Now, version 6 I created a guide for, and it was the F.R.A.M.E guide. I've linked it down below in the description so you can get access to it. And we're just going to be going through the examples featured within that guide. And we're going to be seeing two things: the prompt coherence, which is what it says here for what's new in version 6.1. And we're also going to be seeing how we can shorten the prompt to make it more concise, as well as basically better, right, in the process. So I started off with, of course, going through the original prompt, which was up here. Let's start off with doing that first, which was this one. And it was very long, okay? So movie poster with this, and it's just got so many details. You don't even know where to begin, probably, if you're new to Midjourney. So how do we get around this? We have to be very concise, in particular with what we're trying to achieve. So going down, this is what I changed it to. So I've just kept it to a movie poster for The Matrix with Neo in his iconic black trench coat and sunglasses. And I've used weighting here. Weighting basically makes sure that it gives certain emphasis to certain parts of your prompt, and then anything else that it doesn't do, you can just like use a number that's lower in value weighted, and that will make sure that, you know, that part of the prompt's not given as much emphasis. So that's what I did there. So a movie poster for The Matrix with Neo in his iconic black trench coat and sunglasses, cyberpunk cityscape, green digital code raining down, dark and mysterious. Okay, and I've kept it to an aspect ratio of 4:3, which is really good for movie posters specifically. And that's what's come back. It's come back with 4 variants, and I did a --R5 as well, so that's 5 different variations of the same prompt. And I think these are fairly good. And in the end, I went with this one, the 4th one in this grid here, because I felt as though it was very like an in-action type of shot, right? Like it's just been captured in film almost. And I did try and play around with these hands. So the way you do that is you like open it, and then there's a way where you can do very region. So very region. And you can just like select the hands, which I did already. And I tried to do it again, hoping that it would somewhat fix the hands. And I think it didn't really do the job, but I'll show you where very region is very helpful later on in the stream, and where it did actually solve the issue. But yeah, that's what came back again after doing that. And so, yeah, I went with that. And that's, of course, what's included in the thumbnail. So that's the first one, The Matrix here. That was, of course, in the guide, the first example there. And the prompt was shortened to just that rather than, you know, that, which is just ridiculously long. And this was without using shorten, by the way. I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description after the stream has ended. That just shows you through Midjourney itself how you can shorten the prompt to make sure that, of course, you're not completely flustered by any unnecessary detail that you may have in the prompt that is not actually effective in generating what you want. So there's that. And so, yeah, that's the first example. Now, the next one we're going to do is... okay, so I'm just going to go down. This is John Wick, of course. This was a good example. But let's go down here. Okay, Jurassic Park. That was the next one I did. So, a movie poster for Jurassic Park with a fierce T-Rex roaring against the dense jungle. 4. Suspenseful and thrilling with deep greens and browns. 3. Okay, so I didn't follow the F.R.A.M.E framework specifically because I felt like that was a bit too much in detail compared to what was actually necessary and what I needed in this case. I just tried to fine tune a few details, or handpick a few details here. So for instance, the feeling of what I want, which is, I guess, fit in line with the ambience portion of F.R.A.M.E, so suspenseful, and then the like mood and palette, which is just like the deep greens and browns. And then the extras portion would have been like Jurassic Park, for instance. And then the, I guess, like the focus, which would have been the subject in this case is the T-Rex. So there's been a few elements taken from F.R.A.M.E, but not, you know, completely done like I had done previously. before. So there's that. And I think these are fairly good. They're not amazing, of course, but it's definitely a noticeable upgrade in 6.1 compared to version 6. And I'll try to do these same prompts for version 6 later on. These are all version 6.1 prompts, by the way, in case you guys are curious. So yeah, that's what's come back for Jurassic Park. And I did quite a lot of these extensively, but yeah. And I think one of them on here is what was included in the thumbnail, of course. And so now we move on to Titanic. So just to reference this, I know I had this movie poster here. So it's like this in the frame guide. And that looks nothing like the ones that come back in version 6.1. I think these are a lot more movie-like. So these are a lot better. You know, if we zoom in on that, it definitely looks better in my opinion. Much more poster-like. But yeah, this was the prompt for that. So a movie poster of Titanic with Jack and Rose at the ship's railing, sunset over the ocean, romantic and dramatic. And I've always started to use weighting because I just find that it always pays more attention to your details when you do that. So that's what's come back, and I went with this one, but I was able to remove the text because I used vary region. So when you go vary region, the way you do it is you just select that and you'd get rid of any mention of like Titanic in the speech marks, which it typically uses to add to your particular poster, in this case text. So you just do that and it will get rid of the text. And so yeah, I did that again and it got rid of the text in this case, and that kind of looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. It does. I'm not so sure in terms of the resemblance of the other actress, but yeah, it's done a pretty good job. You know, the ships behind in the background, railings are there, so it's like they're on one ship already and then another ship's behind them in the distance. So I think it's fairly good. Let me know what you guys think. And so that's that. I'm now just gonna like see what the difference is now, and we're gonna go back a step, so go into version 6 and see what's actually changed in terms of the fidelity and the quality there that we can expect. So let's take this one, and I'm just going to change the settings. The way you do that is just / settings, and then we're just going to change it from version 6.1 to version 6, and keep, these are all the settings that I had, so just keep them the same. We're just changing the version, and yeah, just paste in what we have now. Where you guys tuning in from? It'd be good to know. Usually it's from America, but you never know. You can get some people from, you know, all over the world. That'll be good. Okay, so this is fairly good. Especially like that one, the third one. Looks really good, actually. And the first one as well very much looks like him, I have to say. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Which one do you prefer? And then, yeah, this was what came back, the second version. Again, I think in terms of the differences between version 6 and version 6.1, I believe so far from what I'm seeing, it's picked up the resemblance of Neo a little bit better in version 6 compared to version 6.1. So far from the first two examples. If we go down 4th. Yeah, it kind of looks like him in the third one here. And maybe the fourth one slightly, but especially the first two examples, that one and that one, and then also the first one there. I think it did a fairly good job. So they're quite similar, actually. It's not that much, you know. It says Here, that's more coherent. So like arms, legs, hands, bodies are improved. If we look at the hands, this is, of course, version 6. So it's fairly good as version 6 is. But then if we go up here of what I had for version 6.1, the hands, that was obviously, that's a close-up of the hands. So that's good. That's definitely wrong. And this is 6.1. So something is wrong there. It's not quite perfect. But I think it's near enough. I wouldn't say like it's a massive difference that's been made as to why, you know, they would be that stated, which is like much more coherency. But yeah, alas, I think it's done a fairly good job nonetheless. Now we're going to move on to the next example, which is the Jurassic Park one. So let's go up, take this. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not really impressed with the hands, I'd say. I think version 6 was pretty good already. So version 6.1 maybe it's just a market employee. Who knows? But yeah, that's that. So that's that. May as well do the next one while we wait, which is the Jurassic Park one. So yeah, this is version 6 now. Okay, they also said like the text is better. So yeah, reduce pixel artifacts, enhanced textures, more precise, detailed and correct small image features, text accuracy. Okay, so the earlier examples should have yielded better results, but this is version 6 that we're viewing now. All of these examples are version 6. So I think it's very good actually with the text. It's not that bad. Okay, that's a bit messed up there. But Titanic. Yeah. All right. Okay, I see where they're coming from now. That one's accurate. But yeah, okay. I think in terms of the text then, it's done a better job. Yeah, it has. Because if I go back up, these are what I had before. And pretty much in all of them, barring a few, it's done a good job with the text accuracy, that's for sure. But not for all of them. Just this made a few mistakes. But then if we go down to version 6, it's pretty much a mistake on every one. So yeah, that's definitely improved there. The text coherence. And also, yeah, of course, there is that to test, the 25% faster. But yeah, I'm sure not going to test that. This is fine. And then this is the Jurassic one. So yeah, of course, the text is not going to be as good, but I think aesthetically speaking, at least, it's done a good job for sure. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think it's near enough close to what we had before. Maybe the text is a bit more exaggerated in certain places, especially in the earlier examples. Like here, the first one, that's really exaggerated text. But then as we go down, it becomes more understated, much more subtle. Apart from that one, of course. And then, yeah, the Titanic, I think that is the best one, especially specifically this one. I think that's really good. If only that was removed. Actually, let's try and do that now if we can with the very region. Where's the very region gone? Oh, maybe they don't have that actually for 6.1. I know it's there for 6. Oh, sorry. It's there. It was there before, but I can't see it right now. Okay, I think you have to upscale it first. Yeah, that one. So 2. Yeah, it's upscaled first. And I just want to get rid of that text. And I've not mentioned that I want to remove it, so let's just see if it actually gets what I'm trying to do. That was the light that fell. It's never good. But yeah. Okay, it's done it. That's great. So I think this is the best example for Titanic, for sure. The one that I had in the thumbnail was that one. And that is good. But I think this one is improved. For sure. Okay, it doesn't look like in likeness to Leonardo DiCaprio as much. But I think in movie poster-esque, it's done really good because it's even placed the text behind the subject as well. And I didn't ask for that. I didn't specify that. So that's great. So yeah, that's that. That is the stream today. A nice quick one. I didn't go too long with this one, but hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, until next time, peace.